Hey guys, so Jtallex here. I just want to make a quick little like combat video, just kind of help you guys out a little bit because I was playing on an all and I've seen a lot of new players are really confused with the combat. So I just want to go over a couple things and hopefully it'll help you. I'm kind of going to go in depth about some builds as well that you guys could possibly go, and maybe you'll go, then maybe you won't. But let's go. So first thing you guys want to remember, right? Whenever you're looking at the skill tree, you have Hakuda, Kendo, Keto, Medic is self-explanatory, so I'm not really going to go into that. You have Speed. Now, whenever you're going into one tree, quick reminder, you are giving something else up from another tree. So say that I was to go like Keto or full Hakuda. If I go full Hakuda, I'm missing out on Speed and I can't really run as fast as maybe the next person that I'm fighting, right? But if I go Speed, because you know Hakuda does a lot of damage, but if I go Speed, I'm missing out on the damage that I can get potentially from Hakuda and Kendo. So you kind of want to always keep that in mind whenever you're making a build. Just kind of think of like how you want to play the game, which in my opinion too, like I'm been wave 1 or no, wow, like wave 0-ish for Type Soul. So I mean my build, I just thought, you know, what I found fun. I've played a lot of builds in the game before, like, you know, they got nerfed or before, you know, they got changed. So I mean I've kind of played a little bit of everything. So quick example, like every single tree has its bread and butter. Like for Hakuda, for example, a lot of your combos are going to come from Demonic Embrace and Tor Reach, right? You have stuff like Flying Dragon and all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, everything's kind of going to link up into one another for every tree. Kendo, a lot of your stuff is going to be from Vertical Down and Split Gate, but as well, Mortal Ties is also the bread and butter of Kendo. Now, if you go full Kendo and get Mortal Ties, just know you're giving up a lot of stuff, like I said, from another tree. Now, this isn't to say that, like, you know, one build is more dominant. Like, for example, if you do go Mortal Ties, just know you're giving up the speed, but as well, you're also getting something that's really strong. So the way the game is kind of set up, right, is that if you go down a certain tree, like all the way down, you're going to get the best things out of that tree, but you're also giving up things from other trees, you know, obviously. So just keep that in mind whenever you're making a build, and yeah. So Soybers, I'm going to tackle you guys first just because I am a Superman main account. So your build is going to be mainly focused around your Shikai. So whatever Shikai you roll, you're going to want to go something that complements that build. Like for example, I have Water Shikai, right? So I, for example, could go Water Kendo, because the thing with Water Shikai is and on top of that, every time you land like Split Gate and Vertical Down, I think in that order, you get Ryatsu back as well. So the whole fight, a lot of it, you're going to be getting Ryatsu back. Does that make sense? So I'm going to tackle Aronkars next. So like I said, I'm not going to give you guys like full-on builds, but Aronkars, you guys have a lot more freedom than Soribreeze do. Arguably, you guys have the most freedom, like besides Quincies, right? Because Quincies is just a whole other story. I'm sure y'all know that by now. But for example, Hakuda, right? Say you're a Hakuda Aronkar. A lot of the best things you can really go Sero-wise, like, because some of your build, I mean, I would make sure your Sero path works with your build. So if I was going Hakuda, because I was a Hakuda Aronkar, I go Sero Grab or Sero Corny or whatever, because you can do some crazy air combos with that shit. And yeah, so just something for the Aronkars out there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Quincies, y'all don't really need this shit, but for the most part, y'all can really go whatever you want to. Like, you can put points here, put points there, it doesn't matter. You literally have the most build freedom in the game. I'm moving on, moving the fuck on. So real quick, I want to touch on just the combat itself. So in Type Soul, right, I'm sure you guys have played Deep Vulcan. Well, block, parry, dodge is effective in Deep Vulcan, it works. So in Type Soul though, it's more effective to dodge than it is to parry because the parry window is so small. Now, certain moves can only be parried, but for the most part, those are like skill box moves, so y'all don't really got to worry about that because the likelihood of someone having a skill box is pretty low. But you guys want to focus more on dodging, and if you can parry it, then parry. But also make sure that you're not just spamming skills for no reason and make use of your flash step. I was fighting players the other day, like a grade 4, and it was funny because like a lot of people they just spam skills. Now when you hit like a higher rank and you have more health and stuff, I mean it's less, you know, tedious, but try to focus more on actually hitting your M1s and dodging attacks that are coming towards you. Now as far as finding Quincies, right, because I know that's like a big complaint is Quincies, all you have to do is for the most part, all the Quincy moves are blockable. Okay, even like the auto aim ones, except for like the I know like the red bow and arrow one, that's not blockable. The only thing with Quincies though is you gotta really stay close and stay up on them, because if you don't, they'll just fight you with range. Now, it depends at the same time, because some Quincies are stupid. They might go like a stupid build, like freaking like, I don't know, like something slow. But Quincies are also like naturally faster than everybody else. So just do your best to like stay within range. As well as if you're getting jumped, you're gonna want to zone. So basically pick the weakest person or who you've done the most damage to, and you're gonna want to get the health pack. Like I showed in the other clips, I get the health pack first, I get one person down, and then when they're trying to protect their friend, then I go kill the other person, because it's a lot easier when like they have to save somebody and fight you at the same time. But that's all for this video. It's getting pretty long. I don't want to take too much of y'all's time. Just want to give you guys something real quick. Leave any questions you guys have for me in the comments. I'll cover it in another video. I'll probably do more videos as like the game gets further along and more things get leaked, because I don't want to be the one to leak anything myself. So that's just out of respect for the developers. I mean, they worked really hard on these things. I don't want to just give it away. So but yeah, man, just leave anything in the comments you guys want to know. I'll do what I can to answer them, and if I don't answer them in the comment section, I will answer them in the next video. But make sure you like, subscribe, all that. See ya.